In this video, I'm going to be building and reviewing the LEGO City Car Transporter. Retails for $100 US. Let's get started. This set is composed of 9 building stages, 4 instruction manuals, and a small sticker sheet. The manuals and sticker sheet came in this envelope, so they were nice and neat, crease-free, and these manuals are actually much smaller than normal, which I like that because it's a space saver. Now, as for the plastic bags, they're larger than they need to be, as normal, and will definitely fill up my wastebasket. All 3 cars and the truck are built using the standard LEGO City width of 6 studs wide, though we do see some elements that first originated in the Speed Champions line, such as the fenders and the canopy piece. That's actually an unprinted version of what we see here on the BMW M Hybrid, as well as some other cars in the Speed Champions theme. But more on that in another video. I realized why there's so little of stickers in this set, because there's no license plates. Usually there's a sticker detail, at least on the back, with the numbered plate, but it makes sense for them not to include it in this set because they could be new cars coming to the auto dealer. By the way, that windscreen piece is in the new trans black color, not the old trans brown. Gives you a little bit of a darker tint. I like how the shaping lines up with this element here. This is a modern electric sports car. You can imagine that the engine would be down here, well, placed in the back here. I do like the use of these relatively new colored 1x2 by 2/3 slopes for the taillights. And the whole front section here and the back as well are just clipped on. And I'll show you how this modularity works between the 3 different cars provided. I'll show you that modularity and the 3 minifigures later in this video. But for now, this is the 1970s muscle car. It's a medium lilac in color, or purple. It's got the metallic painted grille elements. And this actually does have an engine that you can remove. It's attached to a jumper plate there. And it's very simple. Well, it's a LEGO City set, and it's all about play here. However, this set kind of inspires you, having that removable engine to fix this up, make it look more detailed and realistic. Yeah, adds to the play value. There's 3 stickers in this on this car, on either side here on the door section. The doors don't open though, and one on the hood. And here's a look from the back. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I'll give you a 360 spin of all of these cars later. Right now I'm just giving you a general overview. Well, this is the 1950s tail dragger, and the back wheels are completely covered up. Looks very unique, right? Looks something straight out of a chop shop. There's 2 stickers, the flames on either side of the door sections. You're going to want to place the yellow flames as close to those yellow elements as you can to make it blend in. Really like how the taillights are built and the headlights as well, using some Technic pins to get those 1x1 tiles attached. And if you're wondering what the back wheels look like, well, hey, they're these little small ones. When you remove the hood, you reveal this engine element, and it can be removed as well. All right, I've got the 3 cars built now. Stick around because later in this video, I'm going to integrate these new cars into my custom garage setting and show you some modular possibilities with other LEGO City cars. The truck's cab mostly follows a dark azure black color combination, and looks well finished and detailed. Has a 5th wheel that's identical part as we've seen in the LEGO delivery truck earlier this year. There we go again with the 1x2 by 2/3 trans red slopes for brakes, and this whole cab section tilts forward to reveal the engine underneath. That was the final sticker to apply in the set. There's only one on the truck. This is a printed tile to represent a first aid kit, and also those gauges inside are printed. Once again, we get fender pieces that are normally seen in the Speed Champions theme. We have 6 of them in dark gray, and I'll give you a spin of the truck a little bit later, but now let's go on to building the trailer. In my review videos, I like to point out new Lego elements or newly recolored parts, or sometimes even rare parts in that color. Well, these are new Lego elements, I believe. I don't see any information on Brickset about these. These modified plates with the hole for Technic pins, it's very rare to see these in sand green. They first appeared in a 2023 set, the Icons Classic Land Rover. And these 1x8 tiles in lime green are still pretty rare. As you would expect to get a lot of different elements in Dark Azure, we also get, I think, a total of 12 of these 1x6x1 roof tiles, which provides a nice ramp for the cars to get onto the carrier. It's the same element that was used in the downtown streetcar, and these elements are relatively new, and I haven't seen them in black before. I think black is a new color for this summer. Okay, I'm on building stage 9 of 9. Look at all of these good parts in Dark Azure. This stack of, there's 5 8x8 plates. We haven't seen that many Dark Azure plates of that size since the Lego City Hospital in 2022. This is actually a 3x mod, so there's 15 in this one, but that's pretty substantial. If you want to check out my modded hospital, I'll put it in the end screen of this video. Also, this is the most we've seen of any set in this color for these inverted slope elements. This is pretty substantial, 10 of those. And these Technic bricks are pretty rare in this color as well. The trailer is built and it's time to demonstrate its full functionality. So what you do is you back your truck up, and with the design of that 5th wheel element, it's easy to connect. You'll lift these stands up. There's one on each side. And then you're ready to load some cars. This ramp comes down. In fact, this is its upper limit here. Now, in most city sets in the past, you would just fold this down with your hand, but you can't do that here. Which that's a good thing, because when you're driving around, you don't have this intentionally coming down with gravity or lack of friction. What you do instead is push on it right here. Simple action feature and very effective. Here's a look at the bottom of the trailer and how this mechanism works for lowering the upper deck. You just slide this assembly of parts right here. That's when it's in its fully lowered state. And then you slide it back here, and you can see some clips right there. They clip into place just gently, just enough to lock into place. And that whole assembly is sliding along these black cross axles, and those axles are going through these sand green modified plates that we saw earlier. And it's a very simple but satisfying functionality. The ramp of this upper tier actually aligns really well with the ramp of the bottom. And now let's try to load some cars. Okay, here we go. The modern electric sports car. Oh geez, wheels aren't even touching the ground. I'm stuck here. All right, though the ramp looks very smooth, this car is way too low to the ground, and these fender pieces especially go almost all the way down to the table. Even if you back this car on, you got that same issue. The wheels are completely off the ground. Man. Once you get over that ramp, you got some bumps to go across to get to your place where you're going to park. Oh, so bumpy. All right, now let's do the 70s muscle car. Oh yeah, same problem. All right, if you go fast enough, maybe you can get over that bump. Okay, there we go. All right, we'll put the 50s hot rod on the lower tier. Slide that back into place, and it's so easy to do with one finger. Yeah, doesn't feel good. Oh, we got a big bump right here to go over as well. Oh, we just bottomed out that car badly. All right, but there we go. Now that that's over with, got the cars loaded and truck's ready to go. There's really no problems with jackknifing. There's more than 180 degrees of swiveling motion. Your limit is right here when you hit that stand. There's many different ways you can arrange these 3 cars onto this transporter. I can't turn this around right here because the front of the car is hitting, but I could back it up right here. Though these cars are touching, it's not ideal, but it works. Put that back here, this up front. This car fits all the way up here. You can't add a 3rd car to the top though. Put this like this. All right, we'll get the 50s car up there. It's a little bit longer than the other 2. This works. That even works. So 2 cars fit on the top. How about the bottom? You can drive the car all the way up here, and we'll have the front wheels rest right there. If we drive it up any further, well, we can have it rest right here. I'm not sure if that's how it's designed. Let's just put it right here. And then we can put this back here. The ramp still folds up. I don't think that's bad. Let's see. If we push it all the way over here, this one can go. Yeah, I mean, they're touching it. It's pretty close, but you can fit 2 cars on the bottom. Here's with the 50s car on the bottom. You don't have to have them touching. This could just be positioned right here. It's not really secure. Let's try turning it around. Oh yeah, I think that works better. Then we could bring a 4th car into the set and put it up here. Yeah, it works. So 4 standard sized city cars is pretty much its limit. As far as looks go, I like how smooth the ramps look. And you would think it would be a smoother transition. These plates actually go all the way to the other side and provide this striping effect, and I like it. Now, let me demonstrate what works better than these cars, because it's a shame having such a great function for the trailer, but it's just so rough driving these cars onto it and driving over all these bumps. It's terrible. Okay, now we had problems because of their low ground clearance and these fenders. Look how big they are compared to this small car. Good for Speed Champions cars, but these cars maybe not so much. Now look at the design of this fender and the fact that the wheel is so close to that front end. So it allows a much smoother transition of getting up onto that ramp. Now watch how smoothly the taxi drives up onto this ramp. That feels good. That feels right. Being a 7+ set, I think this action feature would have been better if these cars were redesigned to have a little more ground clearance and be able to do this. This feels good. Now that back bumper will scrape. It's not perfect, but much better than the other cars. Perhaps it's more fun offloading. Here's a size comparison between the car transporter and the Lego delivery truck. Though they're pretty much the same length overall with their trailer attached, the cab of the delivery truck is much bigger. Both sets are $100 US, by the way. I'll give each of these cars a 360 spin. This is the modern electric sports car. This is my least favorite of the three just because of its simplicity, though there are some interesting parts being used, like the canopy. The general shaping of it is pretty boxy, and it's plain with no decorative details. This is the 1970s muscle car, and it provides more visual interest to me than the electric sports car because of its shaping and complexities. The quarter round tiles used for the mirrors and these 1x2 grille elements are done with drum lacquered parts. Decorative details done with stickers on the sides and the hood. Got the play feature with the removable engine. But the star of the show's gotta be the 1950s tail dragger. I like how this two-toned car transitions from yellow to black via the flame decals on the sides. It's got a red interior, and this car by far has the best or most interesting building techniques, especially what's going on here in the back end and to cover up the wheels. Perhaps this truck is actually the star of the show. I mean, after all, it is hauling all of the cars. We've got some pretty good details and realism for being a 7+ city set. There's room in the cab to fit 2 people by the use of jumper plates. And overall, it looks pretty clean. Though I'm a little bit let down by the absence of doors. And being able to do this is fun. The set includes 4 minifigures. The truck driver on the left, you can switch out his fedora for a hairpiece. And the lady with the glasses, she has an alternate expression, but no others do. And here's a look at their backs. As briefly mentioned earlier, each of these cars have a clipped-on front end and back end, where you can do some swapping. And this interchangeability is not new to the LEGO City theme. In fact, we first saw that with the LEGO City custom car garage. With these 2 cars, they had extra builds for the wings and the front ends, so you can swap them out or switch them out between the 2. And the same goes for this set. And they're adaptable. You can use parts from that set and put them on these cars as well. So it's a continuation of this modular system. Now, if you want to do something like this, we got the back end of the electric sports car, front end of the muscle car. Yeah, it's a little bit silly. It doesn't quite look right, but it provides inspiration for customization and modification to create your own front end or your own tail end and clip it on and see how it looks. You want to keep your cars like this? Probably not. This interchangeability was also present in the modified race cars set, which featured the cars from the video game, the LEGO video game 2K Drive. You can also do an engine swap between the 50s and 70s car. I think that provides a good look for the 70s car. This one, you may just have to remove that purple shield element. There you go. Or you can take this car. This had a swappable engine as well. Let's put that in the 70s muscle car. Hey, that's pretty cool. Well, that's it for the review part of this video. Overall, I think this set is worth the $100, though I wish the cars would transition up onto those ramps a bit smoother. Now, let's get these cars into a garage setting. By the way, these are the spares you're left over with after completing the build. The cars have arrived at the garage. Let's get them all in. Now let's see what's going on inside the garage. Looks like we got an engine swap on the 1970s muscle car. Over here, the 50s car is getting airbrushed with some flame details. And even the owner of the electric sports car brought her car into the shop. She only signed up for a tune-up, but little did she know that they'd be doing more than a tune-up here. A new engine and a new wing for the 70s muscle car. Paint restoration job for the 50s car. And the owner of the electric sports car is very satisfied with her so-called tune-up. New body kit. I'm having way too much fun with these cars. Anyway, that wraps up this video. Thanks for watching.